What a song. Oh yeah. Oh. Sorry, didn't know that you guys were joining me today. Give me 2 seconds. Wait, I didn't even know why I got up. I didn't change. I didn't get a glass of water. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm thinking. Guys, I am back to provide some coverage on the World Cup for the next couple weeks. Just couldn't hold myself back. I've got so much going on behind the scenes, but I thought I'd just take some time out of my day to talk about the World Cup, get your opinions as well, and see where everyone else is at when it comes to particular games. My aim is to provide at least one tactical analysis per day for one game that's played within a day. Okay, so there's 4 games played within a day. I'm going to aim to provide at least one. I'm going to choose one, but if there's a popular opinion, alternatively down in the comments below, I'm happy to do that one as well. So happy to provide a tactical analysis on that one. So I'm very, very keen to do this. It helps me out as well as a coach because I get some practice in, and I get your opinions at the same time because I might be wrong about a few things, and I'd love to have your opinions as well. I know there's some coaches that are currently watching within my area, and I'd love to get your opinion. All right, let's get down to business. You notice that they're playing that song every single time before a match starts. Let's get down to business. Anyways, just so I put it out there. Hervé Renard, what an absolutely handsome man. I mean, tactical genius. Scaloni had no idea how to combat it. I think he may have, but I just think he wanted to stick to the game plan. He knows his team should have done better. Saudi Arabia hit 2 for 2, whereas Scaloni had 3 disallowed goals. Argentina probably would have given Saudi Arabia a thrashing 9 times out of 10. However, Saudi Arabia, very tactically disciplined. Let's see where it went wrong for Argentina. So whenever I tactically analyze a match, I always look at the 2 main moments that each team had predominantly throughout the match. Now, the main moment for Argentina was in BP, so ball possession, and they were looking to play out from this area so they can go forward. Saudi Arabia, on the other hand, when they lined up in a 4-4-2 mid block, was they really wanted to get Messi on the ball. That was predominantly their main gameplay. And what they would do is they would actually shift it from this side to the left in hopes that this would push Saudi Arabia out this way, and then straight away they would look to come out this way. Messi would be here, located in this little half space here, and they'd look to play him. He'd be able to take one touch, turn, and play a really creative ball either over the top, through to Angel Di Maria, or over here. And they actually had some opportunities from Messi in this particular area, combining with the centre back and looking for an over-the-top ball where they had a few disallowed goals. It wasn't a bad idea moving the ball from left to the right, then looking to play little Messi to try and shift the Saudi Arabians from left to right. However, it became too predictable, and most of the time this double pivot here against a single pivot defensive midfielder was able to cancel out those passes coming through to either Messi or the other central midfielder who was on the left side. But the thing is though, is that it literally became so predictable. Whenever the ball came to the left, to the right, you just knew what was going to happen, and Saudi Arabians were always ready for it. There are many things the Argentinians could have done to try and effectively move through or around the Saudi Arabian mid-block without doing the same thing that they were doing by shifting the ball to the right and passing it to Messi. What they could have done was they could have pushed this person up, so the right back up, and Di Maria could have tucked in there. That would have kept these guys more occupied, because whenever Messi had the ball, he usually had to turn back. Even though he did make those creative passes into these central areas, into the left side, he didn't have it as much as he would have liked. And this is where this guy has to make the decision to either go or stay, because he's going to have a lot of time and space this guy comes out, that's going to disrupt their high line as well, and there's even more space for the right winger, Angel Di Maria, to attack. Alternatively, whenever there's a double pivot of the other team, of the opposing team, trying to prevent a ball coming through the middle, then what you could do is have a double pivot yourself. So you're able to combat these two. Whenever a centre back had the ball, this person would press. So being able to have a person closer in this area would have been beneficial for Argentina, so they can look to combine and get out a little bit more. Alright, now let's look at the Saudi Arabians. As you can tell, the Saudi Arabians lined up in a 4-4-2 mid-block formation whenever the Argentinians had the ball in their main moment. Now, when you do a mid-block, you end up sacrificing the space behind you. And you could see with Messi, like we spoke about before, he was able to get the ball and play some creative balls over the top, which left Saudi Arabia exposed. Luckily for them, there were disallowed goals. Now, the reason why I like the mid-high block is because when you have a high defensive line, you're able to compact the space that the other team is trying to use to go forward. If they go backwards, then the other team has more time and space on the ball to try and combine further up the pitch. It's probably preferable to have them, if you're going to be setting up in a block like this, it's better to have them struggling to play through you in this area rather in this area. And whenever they won the ball, the wingers like to tuck in just a little bit as they were going forward whenever they did have the ball, and the left and right backs did play a high and aggressive line as well, trying to assist whenever the ball was up in the final third. Due to their ability to combine quickly once they won the ball, they were very lethal. They were just able to create spaces for themselves in very tight scenarios. They were able to push the ball forward with lightning speed, which helped them score the 2 goals that they needed to get them over the line. Jurgen Klopp said the best type of football is counter-pressing. So being able to win the ball, you lose it, and then you win it again, because the team is going into transition, going out of it, and then coming back in. They're very disorganized. Hervé Renard able to make sure that his team were winning second balls. They were hunting the ball down during that transitional moment, making the most of it, and that's when they looked dangerous. So my final thoughts go out to the Saudis, and I think that all international teams at the moment who are playing in the World Cup should use them as an example. The Saudis aren't technically the best, but they're disciplined in their own tactics. They believe in themselves. They never gave up. They chased down every single ball. They played with heart. They were tackling. They were making tackles in every moment that they could. It shows that anything can happen in football, and I think this World Cup has a lot more to give in the next coming days. Join me for the next couple weeks. We can dissect some football matches. Let me hear your opinion. You can hear mine, and let's just have a good time. Enjoy your day, or some of you enjoy your night wherever you are, and I hope to see you next video. See you later.